Why is a website important, right? Maybe you don't need it.
Why should you have a website as a real estate professional? Welcome to our open office session. On this session today, we are going to be discussing lofty websites, why they're important for you if you're a team leader or a broker or even a solo agent. Why should you have a website as a real estate professional?
A website is there for you 24/7, 365, representing you on the internet, a place that can be found, build credibility, and build your brand. It's also really good for lead generation. It works the same way that Zillow or Realtor.com works. It's displaying live listing data, giving users access to look up homes, look inside other people's homes, compare home values, all the things that the public wants, it's giving them, and it's giving it to them through your brand. So you can capture leads and be well represented and build authority on the internet and be found and be branded.
Now let's talk about the types of websites, what each one entails, how does each one of these sites perform?
Yeah, so there are four different types of websites. Let's take it from the top. The largest and most complicated site is a broker site or an enterprise site. So this is an entire enterprise system. It's kind of built like a pyramid with an entire hierarchy of teams and groups within groups. Lofty calls them groups, but think of them as like teams or locations. Could be across multiple states, could have multiple MLSs connected to it. Next are group sites or team sites. So as we talked about under the broker site, there would be a team site or maybe a location site. It's an account type offered on the enterprise platform. And if you have one of these websites, as a team leader, you can offer subdomain or agent sites, the next two that we're going to talk about, underneath your team site. Now, the trick here is you're going to want to build out that team site correctly from the start because all of the agent sites and subdomain sites that are built below that are a clone of that top level team site. So your site is going to be cloned down to all of your agents. They're going to get whatever you build, all of your agents on your team are going to get. The next type of website is an agent site. This is a solopreneur, a single agent website. It's a clone. It starts as a clone of the team site or group site above it, but you have the ability to build it out however you like. It's fully editable. You can change anything and everything about it, the entire style, the color palette, build new pages, everything. And you can brand it to your own brand apart from the broker or team that you're a part of. Now, the final type of site is a subdomain site. This is the most limiting of the sites. It's free, there's no cost to it, and it's offered by your team leader or broker above you. And it is a clone of the team site above you. So it'll mostly look like your name dot, then the .com of the team or broker above you. You can only edit certain modules, the agent block, the calendar block, maybe change your name in the top header and the footer, and that's about it. There's not too much you can do with editing this site. You got very, very limited control, but it gives you a presence, a place to drive traffic to on the web, and it can represent you.
So let's say your broker is offering you Lofty and they say we're going to also give you a website. So you don't know what website you're getting. In most cases, they mean a subdomain site. Some brokers, like I am with LPT, and they give both subdomain sites if you want to stay on the subdomain, and they also give you a full agent site for free. You gotta understand the differences of these two if you're onboarding as an agent. If you want to stay branded and build and establish your own brand in your local market, what can you recommend to maybe an agent, a broker that is starting or getting into the real estate business, or they're already established and they want to grow their business, they want to grow their teams, they want to grow their brokerage?
So the right website for growth is if you are a solopreneur and you want to brand yourself, you need to get yourself an agent website. It's the hub of the entire system for using a system like Lofty, and you should be using a system like Lofty nowadays. This is the new technology that's available to us as small business people, and it requires a front end website and a back end CRM. It's a two-part system. Now, if you are a team leader, you're going to want the team site or the group site. You have to have this website type in order to grow your team and be able to offer agent sites and subdomain sites underneath it. The only reason that you're going to want a subdomain site is if you are a new agent and it's a temporary solution to a long-term problem, really.
Let's look at branding essentials. If you want to brand yourself as a team or as a brokerage or as a solopreneur, solo agent, ensure consistency in your branding. If let's say your colors maybe green, blue, ensure you're consistent all through. We build, a basic logo, get them established, and get them a quick and easy color palette. But there are some that come to us with a very well defined brand. It's so important to understand how you want to be seen, how you want to show up, and how you want to be identified by other people. If you're walking down the street, oh, is that realtor with with gray hair or with purple hair or with green hair, whatever it is that you pick as your branding, make sure you stay consistent. You can also differentiate yourself through unique design. There are agents that spend a lot of money just building the homepage of their website. They have these amazing sites, but the problem is you can overdo it and miss the mark on why you should even have a website that is tied to a CRM like Lofty does. If you build it outside of Lofty, let's say on WordPress, you're gonna get into problems with plugins, right, Steve?
Right. WordPress is a good solution to whip up a website. It's been around for a long time. It's open source, but not very good for IDX real estate websites. Actually, it's a very terrible solution. There's a lot of plugins. Each plugin in WordPress is a little mini database. So if you got a plugin for multiple functions, and oftentimes you'll have dozens of plugins in a typical WordPress site. Each one of them is a little database that does not talk to each other. And you have to maintain those plugins, and sometimes they conflict with each other. And after all of this, the front end website is not tightly integrated with the back end CRM, so you can't send your property alerts and market reports and your engagement tools the way that you can with Lofty. So one of the things that we love about the Lofty system is its tight integration with the front end website and the back end CRM. You don't have to worry about any of that, no plugins, it just works.
Think about the end user. What experience do you want them to have when they visit your website? Okay? Do you want them to have so much that they can't even get to what they wanted to see in your website, or do you want to make it lean and very user friendly, stay to the point, have summarized pages? If you have multiple guides that you need to put together, make a resource page, then put them in there, and you can have your buyers or sellers click on whichever downloadable they want in one page, and it's going to take them to that specific page that they can download that guide. If you have too many tabs also on your navigation, that can be a little bit consuming. So if you can compress those and just tile them, under either maybe a buy section, a sell section, an about section. If you're a broker and you're recruiting, sometimes it's good to separate the maybe join us page and put it in its own separate tab, so that if you have agents that want to join, they can easily click there. They may not find it under about. So just think of all these things and what you want your users to experience when they come to your site, and make sure you keep it professional, keep it clean, not too busy. And before you know it, you're up and running. So why is video important, especially in real estate? And how can we have a hub for videos on our Lofty websites?
Lofty is really good at displaying and presenting video on the website. It works best when it's streaming from a source like YouTube or Vimeo, works really well. You're going to want to create even a few simple videos and put them on your website, because it just is very good for engagement. Video works. It's been proven. I think most of us know that. We just are challenged to create our own videos. One easy way to get started is to use some bomb style. You make a short video and then you can send it through an email and say, hi, so and so, just touching base. Did you get my property alerts? Maybe in the email, something like that, something conversational that you can put in front of them with you saying it instead of just by voice or by text on an email. Another way to create videos is to use the videos you already have that you should be creating videos for your listings. Maybe you had a videographer, maybe you put a drone up in the air and shot some area around the community. When you have your videographer put a drone up in the air, maybe you're just taking pictures, have them take some video, and when they do, take video of the surrounding area, not just the home itself. Have them turn the camera a little bit and get a wider view of the area. And then you can repurpose that to create some community videos or neighborhood tours or something like that. You could do some driving videos, driving around a community and talking about the community. All these are ways to engage viewers with video just because video works so well. It's so proven. And all of these platforms now are video driven. And definitely display it on your Lofty website.
You can always book a quick consultation call and discuss your concerns, or even join our open office every Friday at 11 Eastern Standard Time and get to ask some of these questions. That's it for now. For other products that we have here at Chime Nuts,
just go to chimenerds.com. Okay, see you next week at the next open office. Bring your questions, bring your comments. Let's talk about Lofty.